Sagittarius, we're gonna try this again, honey. My internet, oh my, y'all. Listen, okay. We're on live now. I'm not gonna let it get to me anyway. So, Sagittarius, your card that was pulled in the first time I tried to do this was the waxing moon. The energy is gaining momentum. And so, the energy that I got from this card is the aspect of a lot of you all have faith in something that you want to do. You have faith in your abilities, but are you making the steps towards you getting what it is that you're trying to do? Okay? Because I see you being in like a lot of a dreamy type state right now, and like, you know, praying for certain things and meditating for certain things, trying to manifest certain things, you know what I'm saying? Definitely with, you know, you have Jupiter and Neptune that are squared off for you in Pisces, you know what I'm saying? And that's where the problem comes in, because it's a little unconventional how you may have been thinking, how you may have been feeling. What you may have been, you know, wanting to work towards is maybe, you know, a little different from how you may have been raised up, you know? So you have this conflict of interest of where you find yourself at, okay? Oh, sorry, before I even get deeper into this, thank you for all of my patrons and the members on my channel. You are ever appreciated. So I want to thank you all for, you know, that your continued support is what helps me to be able to continue providing you all content, okay? Okay. You're fighting something. You're fighting the end of something, Sagittarius. You're fighting the end of something that is comfortable for you. Like, you're still trying to find a way to make it work, okay? And it needs to end because it's getting in the way of you getting to what you're trying to get to. Whatever that thing is, you know what it is, honey. It ain't my business. I mean, I could get in your business, but I ain't gonna get that deep into your business and no general reading, okay? Feel free to check me out for a personal reading if that's what you want. But you got to dive deep. Then I said, I ain't diving deep, honey, but you know what it is, okay? You know what it is. In these next 3 days, if you don't allow yourself to connect with what it is, you know what I'm saying? And why you're trying to hold on to certain things longer than what you need to hold on to, that shit is going to take you over. It's going to take you over, okay? To the point where you're going to be forced to have to deal with it. You're going to be forced to have to look at this issue from another standpoint. You know what I'm saying? To live how you want to live it. You got Saturn that's coming out, which is the planet of our wisdom, okay? Saturn is currently retrograde in Aquarius, which is currently sextile with you, okay? So this makes sense with it coming up in the reverse, the aspect of being retrograde, okay? So you having to watch out for not making wise decisions. You making some fucked up decisions, okay? Because you're scared to do what you know that you need to do. You know what I'm saying? But you're choosing the comfortable route. You're choosing to do what, I don't even want to say what feels right, because I feel like a lot of you all know that certain things don't feel right. You know what I'm saying? But you're kind of just going along with the flow of it. You know what I'm saying? But then some of y'all out here wilding out too at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Because you're afraid to have balance. Okay? So it's just a lot that's kind of going on with y'all right now with this Saturn and the planet of wisdom, you know, being current sextile for you in Aquarius right now, which is the free seeker, the freedom seeker, the what's the word I'm thinking of? The humanitarian, you know what I'm saying? That energy of how are you giving yourself of others? Like, I feel like a lot of you all are doing a lot of self-sacrificing in here and not really paying attention to you and what it is that you really want to do. You know what I'm saying? Or how things are going to operate and work for you, okay? Going into it with the right mindset, okay? You got the Four of Cups that's coming out, which is emotional worry, you know, little emotional turmoil. The King of Cups coming up in the reverse aspect, okay? So a lot of you all's reading for the next 72 hours is dealing with your emotions, your heart, and your love life, okay? I'm seeing family and I'm seeing love life, you know? Are you looking at things from, I'm going to show you the card, sorry. You had the Four of Cups that came out in the upright, which is a card of worry, fear, doubt, okay? Not knowing within your feelings how things may work out, you know what I'm saying? Not knowing the direction and path of certain things. I'm just getting emotional turmoil in some kind of way, some emotional unbalance, you know? Oh gosh, and then you had this. Oh, okay. Yep, it's going to what I was saying earlier, what you're reading. Okay. Thank you for the clarification, Spirit. So with this Four of Coins energy, okay, I'm reading from, not Four of Coins, Four of Cups. I'm reading from out of the book for all of these, for you all too. Like, I'm reading from my understanding, but as well from the book, okay? But in this upright aspect, it's talking about weariness. Like I said, you know, disappointment, unhappiness, having a bitter type of experience, something that didn't really go well for you, okay? Then you also had the King of Cups energy that came out in the reverse, okay? So I'm getting some emotional manipulation that's kind of coming from this issue, okay? But dealing with multiple things, like not really being honest with your motives, your actions, you know, or someone else not being honest with you on their motives and their actions of certain things, okay? The loss of something. Someone who could be a little emotional, not a little, but a lot of emotional manipulative, you know what I'm saying? What are your virtues like? You know what I'm saying? Like, your dealings and your workings with people. Are you being balanced in it, or are you changing? Are you changing up? Watch how you're communicating and dealing with people, because you don't want to communicate and deal with someone in the wrong type of angle to the point where you set yourself up into something that's bad. And that makes sense now with the Saturn and wisdom coming up in the reverse. It's saying watch out for how you communicate and work with other people, definitely in the matters of the heart, okay? Because you don't want to give off the wrong impression to the wrong people, and now you got people, you know, feeling or being a certain type of way when it's just like, this ain't what this really was type energy, you know what I'm saying? Because you also got the Aunt coming up in the reverse, and the upright is signifying new beginnings, new life, you know, all of that jazz, okay? But it's in the reverse, so it's making me think of the aspect of not starting something new, not jumping out there doing something different, okay? Kind of sticking to what has worked, you know what I'm saying? Or in here I'm getting, I don't know why sexuality just popped in my head. Living a lifestyle that's not really you. So now you're living in this facade. You know what I'm saying, Sagittarius? And it's interesting because then the Magician card came out, which is the card number 1, which is the aspect of knowing that you're going to be protected, that everything is going to work out in your favor as you're starting out on this new journey, that the universe has your back, okay? That you're the magician, that you're able to make something out of nothing type of situation, okay? I'm getting in here. But in these next 72 hours, it's going to be very, very important for you to be honest in your dealings, honest in your communications with people, diving deep into you and your subconscious and who you are and what it is that you really want, you know what I'm saying, and not hiding away from your true self, Sagittarius. In these next 72 hours, you need to really be diving deep into yourself, because you don't want to be put in a situation where you're outed for something, okay? You don't want to put in a situation where you're outed for something. In a manner where, like, other people don't see you in, you know? So watch your dealings, watch how you share certain parts of yourself with people, watch how you're putting yourself out there. Interesting. You got the Sun, the card of being, the card of you, who you are as a person, how you portray yourself to the world, the energy that you put off to the world, you know? Where do you get your life force from? Having self-awareness of your, oh shit, okay. Having self-awareness of yourself, Sagittarius, that's the biggest piece. Are you lying to yourself about something? Are you lying to yourself about something? It's time for you to get in tune with that energy, okay, and to see what it is. You have unleashed the wild within. Yeah. You're lying we had the dive deep that came out earlier. You know what I'm saying? You are hiding or holding something in about yourself that you're afraid to let out or do or be, out of fear of how people may take it, how people may resonate with it, and things of that nature. You need to be yourself in all dealings. Be yourself. I would prefer someone to see the real me and choose to accept me and decline me than to love me for a fake me, who I'm not really. I lived that fucking life, okay? And although I had the money, the people around me, things of that nature, I still felt lonely as hell away from it, because it's like, y'all don't know me for real. Y'all know me as who y'all want me to be or who y'all think for me to be, but y'all don't know or appreciate me, okay? Use your hands in here, okay? So that, I don't know what just stuck in my head aspect, but I'm getting some of y'all If you've been out here being a little promiscuous, okay, you may want to use your hands a little more instead. You know what I'm saying? Till you figure some stuff out. But that's the 53, which is the deduced to an 8, which is new beginnings and aspects, okay? But what I'm getting in here, though, is just when we use our hands, it's like we're creating something. We're being in touch with it, okay? Being in touch with whatever it is that we're communicating with, or whatever it is that we're creating, okay? You know how they like to say when you eat with your hands, like when you eat your food with your hands versus a utensil, you're less likely to overeat, okay? Because the connection between your hands and your body and your brain, okay, it helps keep it, like it balances out in some form of way. It's like a psychology of the mind type thing, you know what I'm saying? But I'm getting in here, it's time for you to create the reality that you really want to live. Create the reality of the things that you really want to do. I don't know why my computer battery is dying so freaking fast. But create the reality of what it is that you really want to do, what you want to become, okay? And you got to communicate it. I know that Mercury retrograde is currently, you know, in a challenging opposition, you know what I'm saying, with you in your house right now. But, baby, it needs to be done. You know, you need to really pay attention to your craft and what it is that you really want to do. Because you don't want to keep living a lie. But what's a butterfly message for my Sagittarius? Liberty consists in doing what one desires. That's what we're talking about. Liberty consists in doing what one desires. So your true freedom is not going to come, Sagittarius, until you're living in your true truth and doing the things that you really want to do. And that's on period. But as always, always be real. Always be true. Don't be afraid to do what you want to do. Period. I love you. And I'll see you next one. Bye.